Hello everyone and welcome back to Adjacent with Jace, the tabletop interview review show for the Black Tower Stories. I'm your host Jace, and with me today, chaos ensues to get the views, and we never know what he'll choose. Nice enough to give Volred booze, but at some point he has to pay his dues. Now sitting in jail from a plan that was fail. If he gets out, he'll have to quit. Oh jeez, I'll do it at the end. If he gets out, he'll have quite a tale. Write it down now and put that book up for sale. We'll split the profits evenly, you know. How's 30 you, 70 me, Bevo? Bevo! Oh, shit. You gotta be on the screen, Bevo. Let me just slide you on. Let me just slide you in here. I have. There we go. I have a table
all the
for
kids yell and scream in the...
Yay!
We are on substitute day! Bill Nye!
We're gonna watch TV.
Miss Frizzle is gonna teach us today.
Yeah. Welcome, Bevo. Have a seat prepared for you and everything. Glad you could see our TV.
¿Cómo está?
I don't speak Goblin.
Ah, my bad.
It's not it was an elective. But yes. Well, thank you for bringing it up. As you look at everything in the background, you can see certain things. If you were here last time, Eric, though, you'd know that the plushie was here last time. You jerk. Oh, and now he has another book. It sounds like Eric doesn't watch the show. We should have talked shit about him a lot more. The book says Arthur's Mama's Sayings, I think is what the title was. And for today's special, we have the Hard Time special, where if you have a warrant, you pay double. So
Do I have a warrant though?
possibly, I think they were looking. It sounds like a warrant to me.
Sure. I mean, warrant. Okay. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Bevo, for coming on. Really wanted you on for no particular reason other than the entire second half of the session was nothing but chaos. Actually, part of the first half, because you started it right before the break.
Yeah.
Well, glad you could be here for us to.
I'm glad.
Certainly not ask you anything.
Yeah. No questions. We're just gonna shoot the breeze.
That's right. So we'll start off with a little bit of stats because it's been 2 sessions since I last updated the stats, and Caleb has taken 10 points of damage since then, and Arthur has dealt 14 points of damage, both of which being to Gorbeck. I don't know if I should include those in the total damage, but I probably will.
I mean, it's literally the only time I take damage.
Arthur has probably dealt more damage. By the end of the campaign, he'll probably have dealt more damage to you than anyone else.
Because I didn't take much in my little side quests.
Someone tries to dominate person on him. It's like, I need you to beat up Gorbeck. It's like, yeah, I need to fail that save. I'll go do it.
Wait, you just asked me.
Just beat the hell out of Gorbeck.
Yeah.
Question that just came in. I don't even have to look at the Discord for it because, of course, Rab would be the first one. Is Bevo? Question for Bevo. Whose character is top verse or bottom rating?
Whose character?
Character. Rate them. Who's the top? Who's a verse and who's a bottom? Rate them.
Let me pull them up here just so that way I can get them.
Characters. Or like what they mean?
Like, are they, like, is
who's
a bot, a top, or a verse?
Yeah.
Or is character Gorbeck a top, a bot, or a verse?
All of them. We want your opinion on all of them. Who ranks
gotcha.
where?
Okay. Let's see. All right, we're going to go with Arthur here first, just because he's on the top of the list of this.
The alphabetical.
Quartermaster. What is that? I don't know what that is. It shows you how much I know about D&D Beyond. Arthur, I feel like he's a bot. Like, I feel like that's just his, like, it's more of a, because, well, hey, I guess so. You want some? Let's go. Like, I feel like that's it. Not in that I don't know. I think only in very certain moments would he have like the top. I don't even say energy. That's not the appropriate word. I feel like just Arthur's more. I mean, he worked for free for how long? So
I think Rab said the same thing. Is that he's got bottom energy because he just gave up.
It's not like a rude thing. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just that's how it feels. Exalt, I feel like she's a verse. I feel like she has moments where she can be the top and she needs the top. And then she's got moments where she needs the bot and wants the bot because she wants to be held and be the little spoon. Gander's I don't have good interactions with Gander. This is not good because I think he like doesn't have a butt or anything. Like, he's just a eunuch. Like, that's what I think Gander is. I think he's a eunuch. I don't think there's any top bot or verse.
For any of it. Okay.
Doesn't qualify for anything. I don't see it. But that's, again, I need better interactions with Gander. We have not had good interactions together. He wanted to kill me the other day, and like I just yeah.
I think that list has increased.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's for sure. Caleb, I can see as a top just because he's I think he's a quiet top. He's just the guy. Like, he's just there to, hey, you need some help? I got you. Oh, you're not into that? That's fine. I don't have to. What? But you kind of are. All right, I'm there for you. Like that kind of thing. Like that's where I see it. And then
He
Volred.
ignores you halfway through because he's talking to himself.
Well, yeah, that could happen. We don't know. Like I'm not gonna. No judgment on that. We still need to learn more about the book. I had a nice long conversation with the book.
That was good.
Then Volred. Oh shoot.
That's a man of mystery right there.
Well, and that's the thing. Like that's where I think he puts out top energy, but a lot of those guys like that are bots, you know. So I don't have enough to say yet. Ask me next time, and maybe I'll have enough because I think he puts out the top, but I think he wants the bot. I don't know. I think Volred's got like that edginess to him, like the tough guys that what come over here and do me, you know, like that kind of thing. Maybe I don't know.
Come over here and do me. What?
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not the right one.
It's aggressive.
Oh shoot!
I'm so glad that this is a tabletop talk show that we always talk about top, bottom, and verse.
Hey, we gotta
get our demographics.
All your bases.
Everyone knows Dungeons and Dragons is synonymous with
butt
sex
stuff
and butt stuff. Lots of butt stuff. There's another question that came in. Question for both: if you could Freaky Friday with another character or NPC, what would you choose, or who would you choose?
Well, absolutely Volred.
You want to switch with Volred?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like, and I think that's like no hands down. Absolutely, because you got to know what's going on with that guy. I want to know what's going on with him, and that's Bevo as a character. Like that's what I need more.
Well, you wouldn't know anything about him other than like how he feels physically. I think.
Yes, and that's fine.
Mentally.
I'm okay with that. I want to know how his creepy, crawly skin is.
Constant pain the second you do that.
That could be. I want to know what it's like to murder someone in the flick of my fingers, you know?
Well, you don't have to be Volred to do that. You just have to be dedicated enough.
Well, yeah, but Volred technically has been dedicated enough to do that, so that's definitely why. Or whichever one he decides to use.
So, and realize that it's more of a mental state, so you just have his body but not his skill.
I guess, yeah. Yeah.
I think I've answered this question before because I think I asked this a long time ago. I said Arthur back in the day because of like he can like climb and like do flips and shit. I think and these all things that's really cool.
That's kind of dope. I agree.
Especially, definitely doesn't want to switch with Volred now with the whole thing going on. Like, gonna have to let him be on that one. There's another question coming up. Question for Jace. Why? And I don't know.
Who does? Who does?
Why would you switch with them, or is it just?
Or no? Maybe I'm taking it as why. Like why?
MCA, the DMCA. Just why? That's a good question. I think for Bevo is why.
So the funny thing is, when I was in a psychology class in my high school, teacher was talking about how, like, my college professor wrote down, and he went to like Yale or some like private school. You know, Volred would know all about it. And the teacher wrote why, and it was in his psychology class, and one of the students went up there and said, why not? Like, and I just was like, yeah, why not?
Is that how Gorbeck lives his life? Why not? It's like, well, because prison? Illegal?
I mean, you see it on my face of how the thought process that I'm trying to go through on it. So it's tough.
You're like doing your own choose your own adventure, but like you know what you're going to choose, but you like, I have to pick this. There's no other choice.
I will
push
say
the
this.
button.
We were talking about before. I was and this freaking how it always goes. I was planning on doing something different, and then I planned to do something different after the fact, and then I ended up doing something completely different because things change, and that's the way D&D goes. You know,
Yep.
it's the way D&D go.
That's how the dungeons do their dragons.
That's how dragons do dungeons.
What? How do dragons get in dungeons?
Well, that's where they live. That's their home.
How?
Well, because it's easier to store gold there. And, it's harder to get down. Dragons store their gold to eat it, and then there you go.
Yeah, but how do they get down?
They've got legs and wings. That's pretty.
All right, but it's like in a deep underground dungeon. And the only way in is small 5-foot corridors that snake their way around.
I mean, that you know of, that you know.
The answer is magic. That is right.
Oh well, yeah, that's always the answer. That's how does Yoda lift up a giant airplane? Magic. How does Gryffindor win the House Cup? Magic. How does
Harry,
did
you put your name in the cup of the fire?
Well, it's magic. That's your answer. That's mirror transfer everything. It doesn't matter what it is. If you don't know how to come up with one, let's just have magic. And then it's the suspension of disbelief. You just have to. It's like pro wrestling. You gotta want to be tricked.
There's the question that came in from old Momod. Since he's been out of the loop for a while, trapped in a different pond, lack of internet and shit, what 5-word sentence would you use to explain the events of the past few sessions to Momo? I would say, go watch the VOD, but,
It's only 4. Go
Period.
watch the mod Momo.
Go watch the VOD, dick.
Yeah, that's right. You gotta add on some vulgar
That
language. That would be perfect.
Ass.
What did Gorbeck do now?
There, that's a good one.
Yeah, I had to make sure that was 5. That's pretty much how it is, and I need to be better. Oh, jeez.
Make money, make bigger mistakes.
Yep. This wasn't even a mistake. It was literally I'm just trying to do things.
Hey, I already said I would have done the same fucking thing. So the difference is you did it, therefore I don't get the blame for it.
Yeah.
One of the things the DM didn't plan battle maps. 5 words.
That's what Eric, plan one this week. Just kidding. Don't
A
do
prison.
that. I'm kidding.
He needs to plan a prison and a courthouse
Kidding.
for us to fight
Please.
in.
Please, God, don't do that. I have zero intention. I am still trying to think how Gorbeck would play this out. So it's gonna be awful.
So you're in court, and they ask the judge or whatever the hell this thing works out. Asks you, did you take this gem? What do you say?
What I've said the past 15 times I've been asked that.
You excavated
I
it?
excavated it. That is what I did. It
Okay.
was excavated.
Well, you see the problem there, right, is that we are allowed to excavate things only in the term that we would return them to them. So, we can't take anything out without getting them knowing.
Plead the 5th.
5 words.
I plead the 5th.
It's 4 words.
I plead the 5th. Sir?
Yeah, you can end it with some politeness. That always works. I added this to the adjacent with Jace stream. I want to show it.
Hey, 20. Oh wait, 22.
Hey,
See, now
hey.
I don't feel as bad saying that. That feels better than
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten copyrighted for that, so hopefully it's too short of a clip for them to catch.
That's why we gotta just sing in Spanish. There you go. Sing in Goblin. There you go.
Goblin words. Portuguese is orc.
It's similar, not exactly. Like nosotros and stuff like that is a little bit different.
How, assuming that you can get out of the jail sentence of basically you not being in the party, I would assume, how do you plan on recompense with the rest of the party?
Well, apologizing doesn't work. Gifts don't work. So next, potentially, unsolicited sexual favors is probably what we're
I
gonna do.
think you tried that one too.
With who?
I think you brought it up. I think you brought that up to Izal.
Maybe. I might
Because
have.
you couldn't
I
think of something to get
legitimately might have.
Izal, so you're like, how about sexual favors? Like, no.
Yeah, it could have been the thing. But I didn't do.
I would say apologizing would work if it weren't for the fact that you would just go back and keep doing it again.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't know how to be different. I mean, I know how to be different, but being different is too fun. That makes sense. It's fun. I enjoy it, but I get smacked on the hand all the time and in the face.
Get 14 points of damage to you.
Yeah. So
Momo thinks there needs to be some real change. Well, he doesn't even know. He didn't see it. So Momo doesn't know anything. He's just assuming about your character. It's like, I've played with him. He probably did something stupid. During the entire time this was going on, at any point did you think, "Oh shit, there goes my character"?
no, I don't think that anymore. Like I said, I don't think Eric's gonna kill me. So I think if anybody kills me, it's y'all.
We're working on it.
And I don't mean that as Eric's not gonna kill me. Like, obviously, actual death can actually happen. Like, I don't. I mean, if I play, I don't ever want to play like that. Like, I don't ever want to play like my character's gonna die. I don't ever want to play.
I didn't say die. Like, I was assuming that your character was like, you're gonna go to jail for like a year.
Disappear.
Like,
You know.
yeah, I wouldn't think that your character would die. I just think, well, you're gonna have to find a way to play something else because your character's gonna be in jail for a while.
Yeah, I don't ever want to play like that. Like, if that's how I have to play, then I would rather not play. Like, I don't. There's always a way out, in my opinion. And that's why I'm doing the due diligence of, okay, I messed up. Let's see how I can rearrange things, you know? Like, it is what it is.
Just dig that hole deeper.
So, I mean, sometimes digging your way out of a hole is a way to do it, you know? Like, you can just keep going. Just dig somewhere else. Maybe that's how dragons get into dungeons, you know?
You said it was magic.
Maybe I'll become a gobragon. A gobragon. A drag.
A Gabragian.
Dragablian.
A Chupacabra.
So, yeah. I don't know. It's not like. Yes, my biggest thought process is you guys. Like, I hate it. I hate it with everything inside me because I'm like, frick, what do they think? Frick, what do they think? I hope they're having fun.
That's good because you're at least thinking about the other characters and not the players. Don't think about what the players think. Think about how the characters think about your character. That's what I would do. I don't give a shit about the players.
But the players are the humans that can't. They pilot the
right
character.
But that's that connection of you've got to connect with the character. That way you make decisions that impact the character. Because you may not play in the way it's like, oh, my character will never die. Because I don't like playing that way. I don't like that mentality. Where they do, so they have that attachment to the character, and they're going to make their character make the decisions that they would normally do. So if I do something,
Sure.
I want to know how Gander feels about it. I don't give a shit about what Aaron thinks, but I want to know what Caleb thinks about Izal. I want to know what Gorbeck or everyone else. What if I do something stupid? How will this affect everyone else in the party, not the people playing those characters?
Well, I care too much about what people think about me. I'm trying to work through that. That's what therapy's for. Because I care what happens, what the people in the game think, and what people in real world think.
You can't think twice. You gotta separate them. Only care once.
Yes,
you can only care once.
I know, but this is also part of having fun. It's part of like why we play this stupid game, is so that way we can all have fun. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's a lot of thinking, and I play differently than you guys play because also I'm like the new guy. Like I played a little bit with you guys before, but now I'm definitely like all right, like Trevor, you play like this, cool, good for you. So I'm just trying to.
You're playing like you want to play. So I will never tell you stop doing something. I will say, man, this is going to be real embarrassing when it blows up in your face. But I will be as a player, I'm cheering you on. I want to see you do what you want to do. As a character, I'm like, well, there goes our plan for the week. Looks like Gander's going to have us 3 months. All right.
That's what I did it for you. I'm doing it for you.
I didn't want the 3 months. That was Gander. I gave him a week.
Oh, man.
I was like, I have shit to do.
Yeah, so to answer your question, no, I
You didn't think?
I don't ever really worry about it because I think at least with this character, like knee-jerk reactions and handling things is how I want to play it. Like if I have to overthink it, like at certain times, obviously I want to do what's cool. I want to do what's right, but is also cool. Like I'm so about like role playing it out. So like that's where my thought process is like, I wonder if this would work. And then it doesn't work and then I get butthurt, which is just what happens. So
I like to think that your character Gorbeck doesn't have, it's not object permanence, it's something else where the consequences aren't immediately seen. So you're like, well, there are no consequences if I can't immediately see them, so I'm gonna do this. But I'm sure I could do this. I think I can do that, therefore I gotta be able to do that. It's so like your knee gives out, like fuck, and fall down. But that's not how that's supposed to happen. What the fuck?
What is it? What happens when we fall down? I don't remember. I think it's a Thanos quote or something like that.
Get back up and you eat that horse.
Yeah.
You could ride on murder.
Murder. Ride on stall. I've got to figure out how to do that.
You were thinking about your dog. You can go to jail.
How? Like I literally look at this. Ugh. I hope you can see it. I honestly don't even know if you can see it.
Well, if you put it in front of you, hopefully.
I know.
No. Oh shit! You look like you just put a very incriminating thing in front. You have to blur that out. You gotta blur it out. It's got a lot of names and social security numbers on there.
It's literally it's about 20 German dog commands that I'm just hoping to use someday.
Like, why the fuck is he yelling in German? What race would be German? Because we put Spanish as Goblin, and I think French was Elvish. I think Scottish is Dwarvish, obviously.
Yeah, and then I think probably Goliath.
Goliath with the Germans.
Potentially, like there's like that's a I think a thing. I mean, I couldn't name off. I could probably name off like 6-7 different like.
What do you think?
Races in my
would
brain.
Would orcs be Russian?
No, I like what you said. I think orcs would be Portuguese.
Portuguese.
Like it's not exactly. Like,
I think you're lumping the goblinoids and the orc a little too close.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, there's, I guess Portuguese could be the hobgoblins and stuff like that.
Oh no, Dragonborn is Russian.
Yeah, Dragonborn was Russian. I remember that. Yeah.
Any Draconic language is in Russian, so orc is Portuguese.
So, hey, I'm about it. I mean, it's whatever.
Norse
I
would
just
be Goliath. I mean, Norse. Okay, you mean like Norwegian? Because Norse isn't really a thing anymore. Gnome.
I mean,
Gnome is Italian.
su mi nome italiano.
You come at me and throw a piece of spaghetti at your face. You touch my spaghetti.
I mean, I don't know, because I feel like German is very like harsh and
German is an angry language.
Is angry. There you go. That's the word. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what German would be. And again, like I don't know who's other than dwarves. But again, dwarves kind of already have
They already have their stereotype.
A realm.
Tiefling.
Tiefling. I don't see tieflings as being German, like, unless that's just high-pitched voice. Well, no, tieflings are too nice. They're too like bubbly.
Well, you wouldn't be like tiefling. It would be the language that they speak.
Well, I know that's what I'm saying, but I'm talking like unless that's that could be the funny part of it.
So giant. So like Goliath would be German. That means the giant to speak like a giant would be speaking like a German. But which yeah would be Norse, but that's Norwegian. So or Dutch. Is it Dutch? I don't know. It's some.
Well, Infernal's a language, though.
Yeah.
He said Momo's talking Infernal.
Infernal is German.
But Infernal is not a race, is it?
Swedish. Swedish would be the Norse equivalent. Yeah, like Iceland and stuff.
Yeah.
Infernal is not a race, but it's the language that they speak. So you're suggesting that you make the Germans tieflings. Okay. Kind of stereotyping them as the bad guy, I see.
Well, I just think it would maybe be funny. Like I'm thinking, like what if Jester spoke German, like Happy Jester, and then, ich bin ein mit, just Deutschland dominieren. I don't know. What do I know? So.
Oh, all right. We covered the. What was the other one? I was going to ask you if you had to pick a new character, because you don't like thinking that. What is the next character you would have thought of? Would you have stayed Goblin, stayed small, gone completely opposite, and went boring?
So what I've tried to do with Gorbeck is I'm going through lots of life change and thought process and things like that. So I was trying to manifest that in Gorbeck. And like Eric says, it never goes exactly the way you want it to. Like you can plan out a character and think, man, this is going to be perfect. And then until you interact with other characters, it doesn't act. So it's not really acting the way that I want it to. At least the way I thought it was going to. But I have a blast playing Gorbeck because the worst possible way, and it's going to sound awful, I get to do what the F I want, and it's fun. And I enjoy it sometimes, but then also it stresses me out. But
a win-win.
If I could make a character, I would make a paladin that has an alliance to someone, to whatever. Because I know this, like Eric likes his paladins to play close to whatever their it's not a pledge. What
Eric
is it?
knows. Eric wants you to be a religion paladin, no matter what. But religion has nothing to do with paladins.
And so, okay, I know, sure, but still, oaths are still like very knightly and worthy, and you stand for something. Well, I would want to okay, what I stand for, I don't know if I believe in anymore. And so, I wouldn't do the oath breaker, because I think that is that's not, I think it's the redemption story of it.
There's an oath of redemption.
And that's why I haven't looked a ton into the oaths and things like that, but I want to have like something that I believe. And mine would probably be a little more religious, because just how I am personally. And so doing that and then trying to, okay, I'm still going to believe in what I believe, but I can't practice it. I can't focus on it. So I'm going to be like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But still do everything that I do in that way. If that makes sense. Like live the normal life that I would.
It'd be interesting to see how you do it.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. Like that would be something I would definitely have to have a conversation with Eric about. And so I don't want to have that conversation, but honestly, I feel like I probably eventually will.
I think everyone's backup character is a paladin in this campaign. So if we get TPK'd, we're gonna fuck over Eric's plans. We're gonna go every fight with fucking paladins.
So this is the thing. Like, man, I can't tell you the last time I played a character that did damage, and I probably still wouldn't even build this paladin correctly to do a ton of damage. You know, because again, I prefer the role playing side of it. I think that's what's more fun. I like to do stuff that's cool in combat, but that's not why I play the game totally. Like that's not like I love role playing. Like that's what's fun to me. So doing weird stuff and trying to get my way at which and Eric, I love you to death, and I know I've told you this. I don't think Eric is the best DM for that.
To role play?
I don't want to say role play. It's just he's close to rules, and to tell someone that, all right, I want to do this, what? That doesn't make sense. It's tough when it's somebody who's as analytical as Eric is.
Well, you just have to know how to present it in a way where Eric won't see it coming.
Well, there's lots of times where I thought what I was saying and what I was winking
does not transfer very well, I presume.
Sure. But what I was inferring was funneling through well, and it did not go that way. And I was like, that's not what I meant. But hey, it is what it is.
Well, we're about 30 minutes or so into the session here, so I wanted to present a lovely piece of artwork that I had made because a joke was made, and I love jokes. So here it is, the full body reveal of Volred.
Oh, God.
It's entirely made of Slim Jims.
He's wiry.
He is a string bean.
He's wiry.
Just think, this bad boy could kill so many people. He's gonna touch you.
Oh yeah. Oh, Volred. Oh yeah, boy. Yeah.
He's gonna peek up.
I was looking the wrong way. There you are, Volred. Hey, hi. Hey, easy. All right. I don't know what Gorbeck is. He's probably a verse. Never mind. Yeah, bring him back behind me. Let's go. I don't know if Volred's a top. We don't know.
Just play with some PNGs, guys. It's like toys.
Just screwing around with the set.
Okay. Yeah, that was from the joke that Volred skin is the consistency of beef jerky. Oh, I was like, oh, Slim Jims. Quick, to the artist. But I hope you are learning from the situations that we're constantly getting in. And I also hope you don't fucking change, because I think it's amazing every time you do something.
I'm learning, I will say that, very much so. I talk to Kilmo not as often as I'd like when it comes to like learning the game, but him and I are trying to do some stuff, and I think it was helpful because I think Kilmo, I think Kilmo is very good at D&D.
Right, but he's about as charismatic in role-playing as a wet blanket sometimes.
Which I don't want to take it, because I think that's what adds to the charm of Calum.
That's Kilmo. That's not even Calum.
Well, that's yeah. But what I'm saying is like, he was like number one on my list of people to pair with because I suck at D&D. Like I'm bad at D&D, at least as a game.
I thought I was like, hey, pair with me. We have a great time. But no.
Yeah. No,
one
stop.
wanted to play with me.
because you had already you paired up with Gander. Like that's the big thing. Like I knew you had already paired. I was like, oh, okay. And so, it's just I think the way he plays the game is really, he's so intelligent at it. I'm about to gush all over him. He
About to gush.
I just respect the way he plays the game. I just think he's really good at playing the game. And so the fact that someone who's not, I don't think I'm great at the game. I'm not as knowledgeable. Like you and Eric, y'all are like you know the rules. Like you understand the game. I don't. Like I understand things about it, and I know, and I can read, and I can look. And whenever I hear something that I don't know, I'll go learn about it because I want to learn. But it's like for Dustin, I feel like it's just so second nature for him. Like his sleeps are, it drives Eric crazy, and I think it's amazing because of the way he plays the game. Like he's just so good. They're so influential. All of his stuff, everything he does, it just nips what Eric wants to do in the bud. And I would like playing like that. And everybody's had like moments where they've played really well. I want to have moments like that where I like screw up Eric, where Eric's like, huh? How, you know? And too many times where I feel like I'm screwing myself up when I play versus the opposite, you know? And so I don't even know where I was going with that. I don't know what you asked.
You were gushing all over Kilmo.
Yeah, I'm glad that Kilmo and I can have these conversations and are open for me learning. And I'm excited for things that are going to be ready. It's going to be interesting because we've got this one thing that is going to go that
gush.
It's going to
like a gusher.
We're gonna squirt. I don't like this anymore.
But the ones with Volred are way worse.
I just had some, like, we've talked some stuff like with one thing, and now we're talking about another one that I'm really excited about because I think it adds flavor to it, and I'm always about flavor. The gusher's flavor. Mm-hmm.
Gush.
So.
I guess it's a good thing you teamed up with Caleb in that, because if you teamed up with me, it's like, what's your plan? Like, I'm going to go over there, and I'm going to hit him really hard over and over again.
I'm gonna cheer you on.
I'm going to beat the hell out of them until they stop moving. I've got hit points. They have hit points. Let's see who hit 0 first.
Yep.
And then I fought a giant.
And that's why we're here. Welcome to the death of...
The giant. The giant fucking died. It was rude. Don't throw boulders at people. That's just mean.
It's not a boulder.
It's a
rock. Not just a boulder. It's a rock.
Krusty Krab pizza is a
it's
pizza.
The pizza.
You and me. It's hard to sing over a Zoom. With that delay. Got a question in for Bevo. What's one thing you want to do in D&D that you haven't done yet? He's done a lot. None of it was planned, though.
That's the problem. Like, that's legitimately the problem. I want and this is real. Like, this is real. I want... This is so pathetic. I want the whole entire group to be like, wow, that was a really good play. Like, that was really smart. That was really intelligent. I would love that. And not in like a role-playing sense, in like a game sense. Like, wow, that was clutch. That was great. And I would love to do something like that. And that's just because I want to be good at this game. Like, again, the more I'm realizing that it's a game and less of just role-playing, like it's still a game, the more I'm learning and all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know, like I watch, and I hate always, I feel like I always do this. I name drop freaking Sam.
Sam Rigel?
Yeah, like, I just enjoy how he plays. Oh
yeah, he's super clutch. He's chaos, though.
That's what I'm saying. Well, Like that's what, but I know I'm much more on the chaos side than the clutch side. Like more, I'm more chaos and klutz than chaos and clutch. So I'm definitely I try to watch his stuff because I talked to Kilmo about it. Like, hey, watch this and see how he does this, see how this works, because that kind of stuff is just it's cool to me. Like it's a game, and I want Eric to piss his pants when he's like, ah, frick, okay, I've got to fight this guy. Like I've got to try to come up with a character or a baddie that can deal with this, schlub.
You've gotten out of some bad situations already. Like you've been clutch. You've gotten yourself in bad situations and then simultaneously gotten yourself out of it.
See, but this is the thing, is then I get this, I want, not like you idiot. Like I want, like, man, that was good. And it just in a game sense, like in like a playing sense, like, wow, that was good, so that way I can be like, okay, cool, I did something good.
I think we didn't shame you for when you did the Goblin encampment one. You're shaming yourself though, because you didn't want to send them off to war. But we're like, hey man, you went there, took care of them. They're not there anymore. Problem solved.
But also then I literally the next session went down a waterfall and I didn't get to help you fight anything, and that felt really bad. Like I genuinely was thinking about it today. I was like, frick, I didn't get to do any of that. I might have. Could have role played something fun from that, and that's not what happened. So, again, that's not a gameplay thing. That's just a Bevo's an idiot thing. So.
In the chat, they said when Gorbeck went dark and saved everyone's lives in the cave during the Gorbeck's lost days.
Well, yeah, that was cool. That was dope. Like I liked that. That was fun. I enjoyed that. But I'm saying, like, they're not the
main
group.
Cast.
That's what I'm saying. They're not the group. Like, I got to show my awesomeness to people that, can just say I did something cool versus like seeing it. Seeing is believing.
Oh, or if you have the luck that I do, typically if you do something really cool, no one could fucking see it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I've had a lot of moments of like, man, you did this. But then it's like, wow, that was really stupid. Like, I'm like listening to people say, you did this, and it makes a great story, but it's really stupid.
You made a terrible decision. Congratulations.
It was cool. It was great. But it was, so. I don't know. We'll see. Someday. Okay. I'll say like something. I would love to, for something that we're working on, to finish someone with the thing that Kilmo and I are working on.
Get a how
like,
you
I
want
think
to
that
do
would,
this.
yeah, like get a how you like have a legit with Calum, like Calum and I to do a how do you want to do this, like that would be really cool.
You hold his hand and you look him in the eyes and say, I have to poop.
Which, again, we were talking about that earlier.
I went
something
just
else that will
beforehand.
happen. This
Don't pull
we're
an
not
Eric.
not gonna have an Eric moment. Promise.
We
So
could, but we'll just violate. Just sit
Yep.
here in our own filth.
I had some filth earlier. That was a little rough.
Okay. So it's been a little while. Other than yourself, who do you have on the top of the Deadpool? Because you're immortal, apparently, in your own eyes, so you'll never die.
It's not that I'll never die. It's that. Oh, man. I don't know, because I always go back between Calum and Arthur. Because I think Arthur's just been getting the short end of the stick of a lot of stuff, and that's not a whole joke. But I won't let Calum die. I can't say Calum. Like I think that's who Eric wants to die. Like that's who he wants
to kill Kilmo. It has nothing to do with Caleb. He's going after Kilmo.
I know, but Calum is Kilmo. So Kilmo's Killman.
Kill Kilmo. Don't kill Caleb.
So, like it's just never gonna. But I won't ever let it happen. I will not let it happen.
Well, sometimes you're not there.
Oh, All right. See, now I'm gonna go. This
No,
is
you
great.
can't go. You got
Can you
13.
Wheel me out.
I got
wheel
you
me
for
out.
13 minutes.
13 minutes. Oh, yeah. Bring back Slim Jim Roll for it. Oh yeah. Bonesaw is ready.
Slim Red.
Oh frick, Slim Red. I'm about that right now. That might be the new nickname for Bull Red. Hey Slim. Hey Slim.
His comeback for his cognac.
Let's see. I'm gonna say Caleb, but I don't believe what I'm saying. So,
but just say me.
Caleb. I don't think you're gonna die. I think Eric likes you too much.
I am no threat. That's why I don't really have a risk of dying. I think.
What do you mean you're no threat?
I am easily handled in a fight.
You are easily. You're bodied. I don't think you're handled. That freaking goblin fight. You had like 3 goblins on you. Like you were. It was Gang Bang City. Like it looked like it was an episode of Brazzers, bro. Like
yeah, but at no
trouble.
point am I really a threat outside of someone being within 5 feet of me. And that's it. So
well, still, you killed that one goblin that I was trying to talk to with a spear. Not goblin, but that person. A javelin, sorry, not a spear.
Maybe more specific, I've killed a lot of people.
The one when we were at that rogue little place, like it was that little castle. Whenever
the elf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking
javelin. I was having a full blown conversation, and then
I butted in.
You didn't butt in, bro. You spearheaded.
Mizak killed the boss, so I had to get revenge and kill that girl.
Yep. So
it was a fight of estrogen, and I won.
Hormones.
Hormones. Hoarfrost, sir. Hoarfrost. And naked slut grandmas.
Oh, what's happening? What is this? So, yeah, I think Caleb, but I think you're a body that he's got to worry about.
I got eye hit points. Those can be taken away by hitting me repeatedly.
That's
from
true.
A distance.
Or, Arthur doing it.
Well, I think Arthur's more of a threat because he has magic now and he's got like healing. So
I'm interested to see, because I thought he was going to go something different, like completely different than what he is doing right now. So I am curious because I thought he was going to do. I think it was this like paladin rogue build or something like that. So that way he gets a sneak attack smite or something like that he was talking about.
He started off as a monk.
No, I know, but I was like, monk? Okay, maybe I heard wrong. Maybe like a paladin monk, like Fury of Blows smite. Again, I'm not good at Dungeons and Dragons. Don't ever ask me, anybody who watches this, don't ever ask me questions about Dungeons and Dragons. I'll talk about lore with you if you want, and role playing, sure, but I don't know jack crap about this game. I don't know what.
You're I don't know what. Guy in a TV.
I'm not a min maxer. That's like I'll go if I want to talk. If I want to min max, there's 2 people that I know to talk to, and one of them's Kilmo, and the other one's Lyle. Those are the 2 people that I go talk to.
Sir, I'm insulted.
No offense. I see you more as as a knowledgeable person overall about the game. Like I see you in the DM realm. No offense. I know, that's what I'm saying. I see you as that person.
Oh, I could build all kinds of shit that would surprise.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's that's why
the difference is I won't do that for a campaign.
Exactly. But I know that those two would. And that's why when I think, like, again, I respect Kilmo as a fantastic player of Dungeons and Dragons, but that's the guy, like, whenever I talk about, damage or whatever, well, you could do this, this, and this, and then do this, and I'm like,
it's surface level.
And then it's more of the crap that Eric talks about them, and not in a bad way, just like, well, yeah, you did this much damage to my guy. And that's literally the only words that come out of his mouth when he's talking about those two people.
That's true, because they make min-max characters and they play min-max characters. Yeah. I play characters that happen to have a high stat.
Yeah.
But you guys Tater, I fuck with his stuff all the time. I didn't make a min-max character. I'll just fuck with you with my plans.
Can I show my stupidity of Dungeons and Dragons?
What does D and D stand for?
No.
Dragons and
I'm
Dungeons.
an idiot. Not that big of an idiot. What is the min of min-max?
You have to have a minimum number to maximize others. So you minimize like your intelligence if you're going to be straight physical damage. So like paladins usually have a low intelligence because they want high charisma, high strength, high constitution. So you minimize some numbers to maximize the others.
Gotcha. So it's literally just
it's a munchkin, pretty much. It's another term for him.
Okay. So never mind. I'm not gonna dog on Eric. Anyway, next question.
Well, what do you got to say about Eric? This is a safe zone, and he doesn't watch the show half the time, apparently.
Because y'all know my problem with the min-max. Like, I would be a 20 charisma character and be a 0 strength character because that's what I would roll.
Right.
That's what I would roll.
No, rolling
That's
is not how
what
you
I would
min-max.
roll.
Because you could roll a bunch of 12s and be shit and then die and then want to roll a new character.
That's what I would roll.
Min-maxing is not rolling characters.
Anyway.
Min-maxing is playing a Hexblade Paladin.
I said anyway.
Cleric levels.
I said anyway. I know, but I would rather roll. I like rolling. I like rolling.
Cool.
Leave my... Oh, God. Everything just fell. Smacking my table.
For someone who likes rolling a lot, you don't like rolling for checks, though.
No, I just haven't gotten the opportunity to roll for checks. We had this conversation Tuesday.
Yeah, if you don't say anything that requires a check, they're just going to believe you.
Well, because I'm just that darn good at just talking. I figured genuine and honesty. That's what Caleb's been teaching me, is genuineness and honesty.
Not when you're not trying to not confess to a crime, though.
that
immediately gets you in trouble.
I excavated. And the only reason is because it was purely because I'm a goblin.
Like, ooh, shiny.
Wait, you're a goblin? You've got 5 coins? Oh, what is wrong with you? Give it back.
You clearly stole those.
Yep.
Racist shopkeepers.
That's literally what it was.
That's right. Racist, though.
This is what I need. I need a disguise self. I don't know if I took that. And I need message. I need those things.
Okay,
well,
those are both things you can pick.
Shut up, Eric. Yes, it was.
We all think it's because of racism.
That's absolutely what it was. Shut up.
Just because
it was such a nicely cut stem.
Which is true, but from our perspective, it looks like this guy's super racist and thinks that this goblin's got money. He clearly stole this.
From a rock? I mean, come on. It's got rocks on it.
He stole
whatever.
This
I don't know.
shit.
We're not having this conversation. We're moving on.
No,
I'm not bitter. I'm not mad.
I'm
not mad. My entire party isn't mad at me. It's fine. It is what it is.
We're not mad. We're just disappointed.
Okay, Dad.
Except for Arthur. Arthur's mad.
Okay, Dad. Yeah, Arthur's pissed. And so is Fuller. And Gainer's a pissed off little person. So
he did not help at all in that situation. He was like, "Yeah, I'm looking for him. He steals things. He does bad stuff. Oh, he's in jail. Let me go see him in jail." Like, fuck. Gainer got arrested. Question for Gorbeck. If Gorbeck saw a bunch of shiny things in front of him, how many would he take? Roll a D percentile.
I'm not rolling a D. I think he's saying at 1 out of 100. Are you? I don't want to. No, because that's not a good question. Because there's been lots of shiny things.
Roll a D percentile. He reformatted the final question of rolling a D percentile.
Well, I don't like that because now I want to answer that actual question.
Okay, well, roll the number and then answer the question.
What is it again? It's a D10 and
another D10, as long as you know which ones count as the 100.
It's a deep 10 and a deep percentile. There
Yeah.
you go. I rolled a 1 this last week, and I'm kind of fan about it.
On a D percentile? Nice.
No. And it's on my mage hand. Oh, shoot. Let's effing go. 93.
99. Damn, that's a big number.
Um,
What's that on the wild magic table? One of you guys in the chat looked that up for me. 93.
93.
How many would you take out of 100?
So this is the thing: is that what do I think is genuinely crusty and shiny? Like, do I think it's unique? Because it's not just shiny; it also has to have a uniqueness to it, and that's what Gorbeck is about. Like, he wants that in his ears. He wants the uniqueness, and so like a giant red, what is it, star sapphire, like, and even in his interaction with the thing, he's like, I don't care, just freaking I want it in my ear. Like, that's what I want. That's what I want to do. So, and I gave you a little bit of description of stuff. I should go through and actually like write out all the different things that are in my ears. So,
according to the wild magic chart, your size has increased by 1 size category for the next minute.
Well, that's not good.
If it lasts more than 4 hours, consult a doctor.
Absolutely.
Consult your nearest cleric or find more wenches.
Winch.
Wenches.
I'm not even a wench guy. Like, I mean, I'm about strong women.
Find a lovely individual to spend the evening with.
I mean, what do we? It's lovely is, well, again, we're talking about tops and bots and verse here. But lovely is, in the eye of the beholder. No, not even a little D&D. That was a D&D joke. I was trying to, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I suck at magic.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. God, what's a beholder?
It's a
question for you before we do anything else. What is the safest place to be when fighting a beholder?
Yes.
That is not correct. I didn't think you could have an incorrect answer, but.
Close your eyes.
Yeah, that would definitely work.
Really?
Yeah, totally.
Seriously?
No, it would not. You would be fucking dead.
Okay. Well,
the safest place, but from a beholder, is directly in front of its center eye. Otherwise, you'd get hit with all its eye rays. Most people try to avoid being in the cone of anti-magic, but technically, it's the safest place to be. Because all he can do then is, like, bite you. Like, ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that or disintegration ray. I'd rather be bitten. Well, anyway, thank you all for coming. I really have to go. I hope you liked watching this really crappy show. Like, follow, subscribe is what I'm supposed to say. And as always, we'll see you next Tuesday. Good night, everyone.
Whoa.
I'm not doing the intro again. Fuck that. Good night.
Walking hand in hand on the ocean floor, down deep we wander. Louder we sing, no there is no cure.